Hey everybody, Chris here. So is Dogecoin and all cryptos in a bear market? We're going to explore that in this video. We certainly had this great rise in the price of Dogecoin following the announcement that Elon Musk is going to be buying Twitter, and talked about that in the last couple videos. But all of those gains have been erased. And what's pulling it down? Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin had this big drop. I'll show that on the charts and what that effect had on Dogecoin. We also see the stock markets having a tough couple days. The NASDAQ down the most percentage-wise in the past couple of years in one day yesterday. Tech stocks, small cap stocks really getting hurt. A lot of red, a lot of bleeding across the markets. We also have housing. There's gloom in the future as whether real estate prices, the whole bubble is going to burst on real estate. Hard to say on that. I'm not completely convinced of that right now because of this still growing demand for residential housing. So I don't see that really having that great of effect right now. The war in Ukraine continues. The EU, gas pipelines, and what's going to happen coming into the fall and into the winter for heating. That's going to be a big issue, as well as continued supply chain issues. The pandemic is going on and certainly hitting China, and China's effect on the global markets still has an effect. So all of that, negative news weighing on the markets, and we see as a result, after 2 years of dealing with pandemic and staying at home, people are really worried about their money, and they're pulling things away from, like Netflix, for instance, cutting subscriptions off and not paying for other things as well. Google ad revenue is down, so the Google stock is down. We see that happening across the board. So where does it go from here? Well, certainly crypto markets are volatile, and right now, hard to say. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the charts. I'll show you what I'm looking at. We'll start with this Fortune article. Dogecoin falls hard after short-lived Elon Musk buy pump. It's no secret that Elon Musk loves Dogecoin, and Dogecoin typically loves him back. The meme-inspired cryptocurrency jumped as much as 27% on Monday after Twitter announced its board of directors accepted Musk's $44 billion buyout offer. But Dogecoin has since lost much of those gains and is down 11% in 24 hours. Dogecoin saw a high of 16.5 cents on Monday during its pop, dropped as low as 13 cents on Tuesday, currently trading at about 14 cents. And I'll show you that on the charts in a minute. Though Musk's effect has seemingly worn off, the sync between the Tesla CEO and Dogecoin isn't new. The cryptocurrency's price also jumped when it was revealed that Musk took a 9.2% stake in Twitter in early April. And what they don't say is that in the past, Elon's tweets and other things about Dogecoin has led to previous pumps. And many of those pumps then are followed by shorting and driving the price back down. Although it wasn't the shorting yesterday, it was really more just the overall cryptocurrency market. And I'll show you that. What Motley Fool says is, how long will the crypto winter last? The crypto bear market should be short-lived. Investors should have Bitcoin on their radar. What Motley Fool says is, there's no doubt we're in crypto winter again, which I disagree, and I'll show you that on the charts. But Motley Fool likes just to have these articles, these headlines, to get views, and that's all they're about. But there's some interesting stuff here. Every few years, the cryptocurrency digital asset sector enters a prolonged bear market. Bitcoin and Ethereum drop by double digits. Smaller assets are completely wiped out. It says in 2022, this is certainly what we're seeing. I'm not seeing the smaller assets getting wiped out yet. That hasn't happened. And I'll show you that for 2022, we're trading sideways is what we're doing. Assuming the cryptocurrency sector will remain a cyclical as it has in the past, investors must wonder how long this winter will last. Bitcoin is the benchmark for the entire industry. Yes, that's true. Since all other crypto assets are closely correlated with price action, the world's first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, has lost roughly 39% of its value since late November 2021. They always like to do this in articles, is compare like the absolute highest price down to, when it hits a low, and just look at that. When that's not really fair in terms of analyzing price action. But Bitcoin previously lost 53% of its value from April to July of 2021, lost 51% of its value from 2014 to 2015 after the collapse of Mt. Gox, and the biggest drawdown was 83.4% from 2017 to 2018. That was from that peak 20,000 all the way back down following. And it took 716 days to recover from that 2018 crash. So we're not in a crash right now, and I'll show you that. Accumulation. The crypto market is simply unpredictable. We don't know if prices have hit bottom yet, or if the cycle will continue as it has in the past. But if you're looking at investing, certainly the red markets that you see, you got to determine for yourself when you think an entry point may be. Looking at Dogecoin, trading just over 14 cents now. This yellow line down here was 1330, and 1330 still remains a support for Doge. And when Doge traded back down here yesterday, it didn't hit 1330 yet. It stayed above it. It was sitting about 1350 or so was the lowest. Traded back up over 14 cents. So now that sideways trading has continued in this channel. What caused this fall after the big rise we had here over the Twitter news? Because this was certainly exciting with huge volume and a lot of buying of Dogecoin, followed by this sell-off. That sell-off is because of Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin's drop. Bitcoin dropped first and Doge followed. So Doge helped bring the market up over here. This Bitcoin trading going up followed Doge's big trading. But then Bitcoin tanks and pulls the whole market down with it. That is what happened. If we look at the daily on Bitcoin, again, this goes all the way back to the beginning of January. And Bitcoin has been trading sideways in this sideways channel. I thought there might be this upwards channel here that I've talked about, but Bitcoin has dropped below that, what I thought could be a rising support line, and now is firmly in the sideways channel. This does not look like crypto winter to me. This is sideways trading right back where we were back here in mid-January. That's not crypto winter. That's not a crash. Yeah, there's some volatile ups and downs that happen, but it's still firmly within this channel going sideways. Dogecoin as well in this sideways channel. Now, Dogecoin did trade down low, down to 11 cents, but traded back up. I'm looking at Dogecoin's channel as a little narrower here, more to follow its volatility and see whether these support lines can really hold. The resistance lines, we see, that first, that April trade up that the article referenced and shorted back down, and then the trade up and then the drop yesterday. And that drop wasn't shorters, that was just the overall markets. So we're seeing some green in the crypto markets this morning. We'll see whether that can continue being a green day and how much this can recover. But this doesn't look like a bear market to me. And it's certainly not a crypto winter in the way this looks. Yes, there's still some negative sentiment out there. The news that I talked about certainly isn't good. And if these things can get resolved through the next few months, we could be heading into the fall and then look for a big rise in the overall crypto market. But I kind of think for the next few months, we're going to be flat and we're going to see more of this sideways trading. We'll see what catalysts there are, certainly for Dogecoin. whether SpaceX and the Doge 1 project happens this summer, or is that going to happen in the fall? Is there going to be something with Tesla? We know certainly have Elon's attention with the Twitter buyout and how Doge could be used on Twitter. But does Elon Musk and the Tesla board of directors also start accepting Dogecoin as payment for cars? If that happens, that type of catalyst could propel Doge up and keep it up. But we have to see about that. So overall, with the crypto markets, they're going to do what they're going to do. A lot of people are still making money in sideways markets. Sideways, right? Sell high, buy low, rinse and repeat as the markets go up and down. Hard to really gauge, though, when that time is to sell and to buy. I think swing trading in cryptos is really hard. Don't really recommend it for most people unless you really know what you're doing. And there's huge risk involved. But there's huge risk involved just investing in cryptocurrencies anyway, especially Dogecoin and its volatility, like I showed. So right now, I think Dogecoin is probably going to trade sideways in this range for a little while. But there may be some dips we may see if Bitcoin and the overall cryptos continue to have their dips as well. Let me know what you think in the comments below about bear market or sideways trading. Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.